next question I got asked is from Simon, and he asked, what tone should I take in my workflows? Or another term for that is marketing automation emails. Well, really there's no simple one answer to this question. It's going to depend on what type of company you are, what sort of industry you're in, and who your target personas are. And that third one's a big one, really. If you understand the people you're talking to, it's going to make it a hell of a lot easier to come up with the right copy and the right tone. So put as much time and effort you can into persona research so you can really understand the person you're writing for. That's going to be the biggest tip I can give you about tone on workflows. Apart from that, what it can give you is my experience on what's worked for us and what's worked for clients. And believe me, we've been doing this a lot of years, so we've tried every way. We've tried just setting up automation that just gives value, so just constantly gives value to the user with absolutely no question or expectation of any sort of sale in return. The big positives of that is it should build up quite a good affinity for your brand. People should enjoy reading your stuff, and you shouldn't get many unsubscribers. What you might not get is a lot of leads if you're just leaving them to naturally come in and happen over time. I've also tried it the exact opposite way, so I've tried just going for the hard sell. And the hard sell on email to people who are quite new to your brand, if they've just downloaded something and come into your first workflow, isn't the right way to approach it. If you think of it like, it's like asking for marriage on the first date. You just wouldn't do it. So the first email you sent them can't be buy our stuff or even have that tone. So what we've done over the years of trying these different approaches is find a way that works for us. And what that way is if you download a resource, we'll send you the first 3 or 4 emails value based around that resource. So if you download a book about what is inbound marketing, we'll send you some inbound marketing templates, a guide for getting started quickly with inbound marketing. We'll send you these 3 or 4 value adding pieces. What we'll do next is we'll look at who the persona is. So who is the person that's downloaded this? And we'll talk about what the typical pains and challenges are for them and how to overcome them. So if it's a marketing manager, for example, that's downloaded that piece of content, we might talk about how to overcome issues with hiring agencies versus hiring staff internally, how to deal with being spread too thin, which is a common challenge for marketing managers. And we'll discuss those sorts of issues and again just try and add value and help them through those common challenges. After that, the third stage they go into is where we start talking about us a little bit more. Firstly, we actually go really personal. We start talking about me. So we start saying why I started this agency, what were my goals and drivers, why I'm writing these emails to you, and we'll take the real personal touch. And that, to be honest, is where we get our best reaction. When you tell someone your story and you're honest with it, people tend to tell their stories back. So we found the really personal approach works. If somebody engages with all 3 of those stages, we think that warrants moving on to a slightly salesy tone. For us, a slightly salesy tone is really not salesy at all. It's talking about the company, what we do, what our services are, what results we've got for clients. It never says buy from us, but these are the sort of indicators that someone's at the bottom of the buyer's journey. They're getting close to deciding to go with an agency. These might be the things that makes them choose us over another agency. So that's the 4 stages we go through, and we think that works really well. But again, going back to the start, understand your persona is the key to tone, and for us a more personal approach works better.